Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Kate Moss biography. Katherine Ann Moss, widely known as Kate Moss, was born on January 16, 1974, in Croydon, London, England. She rose to international fame in the early 1990s and became one of the most iconic and influential supermodels in the world. Renowned for her distinctive look, waifish figure, and effortless sense of style, Moss transformed the fashion industry and helped define the aesthetic of an entire era. Early life. Kate was raised in Croydon by her parents, Linda Rosina Shepherd, a barmaid, and Peter Edward Moss, an airline employee. Her childhood was relatively modest, far removed from the glamorous world she would later inhabit. At age 14, while passing through JFK Airport in New York, she was discovered by Sarah Doukas, the founder of Storm Model Management. This chance encounter marked the beginning of a remarkable career that would span decades. Rise to fame. Unlike the tall, curvy supermodels dominating the late 1980s, such as Cindy Crawford and Naomi Campbell, Moss stood out for her petite frame, 5 feet 7 inches, and androgynous beauty. Her breakthrough came in 1990 when she appeared in the Face magazine, photographed by Corinne Day in a raw, unpolished style that helped usher in the era of heroin chic. Her collaborations with Calvin Klein made her a global star. The minimalist campaigns, particularly for Calvin Klein jeans and Obsession perfume, captured Moss's understated sensuality and defined the look of the 1990s. She went on to grace the covers of Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and W, while walking for top designers like Versace, Dior, Chanel, and Alexander McQueen. Career highlights. Throughout her career, Kate Moss has been the face of countless luxury brands, including Burberry, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, and Yves Saint Laurent. She has appeared on over 400 magazine covers and remains one of the most recognizable faces in fashion history. In addition to modeling, Moss has ventured into design and business. She launched successful fashion collections for Topshop, collaborated with Rimmel London, and founded her own talent agency, Kate Moss Agency. In 2016, representing models and creatives who embody individuality and authenticity. Personal life. Moss's personal life has often attracted media attention. Her relationships, particularly with Johnny Depp in the 1990s and later with musician Pete Doherty, were highly publicized. Despite controversies, including a 2005 scandal involving alleged drug use, Moss made a strong comeback, with many brands reaffirming their support. She has one daughter, Lila Grace Moss Hack, born in 2002 with magazine editor Jefferson Hack. Lila has since begun her own modeling career, often appearing alongside her mother. Legacy and influence. Kate Moss is often credited with redefining modern beauty standards. Her minimalist style, natural charisma, and longevity in an ever-changing industry have made her a cultural icon. She continues to work selectively in fashion, modeling for luxury brands and maintaining her reputation as the epitome of cool, a figure who embodies both rebellion and timeless elegance. Over 3 decades after her discovery, Moss remains a symbol of British fashion and a legendary muse whose influence extends beyond modeling into art, culture, and design. Fashion collaborations and design work. Kate Moss's influence transcended modeling. She became a powerful creative force in fashion. In 2007, she made headlines when she collaborated with Topshop to design her first clothing line. The collection reflected her personal style, bohemian yet sophisticated, with vintage-inspired pieces such as floral dresses, leather jackets, and sequined mini dresses. The line's launch drew enormous crowds, selling out within hours and reinforcing Moss's reputation as a global fashion tastemaker. She went on to release multiple follow-up collections for Topshop, with her final one debuting in 2014. These collaborations help bridge the gap between high fashion and the high street, influencing how fashion brands would work with celebrities and models in the years to come. Moss also worked with Longchamp to design handbags and created special edition collections with equipment and Parisian brands Zadig and Voltaire. Her collaboration with Rimmel London, beginning in the early 2000s, led to one of the brand's most successful lipstick lines, with Moss serving as both the face and creative muse of the campaign. In 2016, she founded the Kate Moss Agency, aiming to guide and mentor young talent. Her approach emphasizes individuality and character, values that reflect her own unconventional path to success. Among the talents she represents are her daughter Lila Moss and other emerging models and artists. Art, culture, and influence. Kate Moss has long been a muse for artists, photographers, and designers. Her image has inspired the works of Lucian Freud, Banksy, Chuck Close, and Mark Quinn, among others. Quinn famously created a sculpture of her titled Sphinx 2006. Depicting Moss in a yoga pose made entirely of gold, symbolizing her as both mortal and mythic. Her friendships with cultural icons like Alexander McQueen, John Galliano, and Mario Testino also shaped her status as an artistic muse. Moss often collaborated closely with photographers and designers, helping define not just fashion imagery, but an entire era's mood, one of effortless rebellion, melancholy, and raw beauty. Controversies and comebacks. Moss's career was not without turmoil. In 2005, tabloids published photos of her allegedly using drugs, leading to the loss of several high-profile contracts. However, she quickly rebounded. Within months, she re-signed with major brands including Burberry, Dior, and Chanel, proving her enduring appeal and resilience. The incident even seemed to solidify her mystique. She became a symbol of both defiance and survival in an industry that often thrives on reinvention. Her ability to turn scandal into renewed success became part of her legend. Personal life and style. Kate Moss's style has been as influential as her modeling. Often described as the Queen of Cool, she popularized boho chic in the early 2000s, a look that blended vintage glamour with rock and roll edge. Her wardrobe staples, skinny jeans, ankle boots, leather jackets, and floaty dresses, became the blueprint for effortless British fashion. Moss's personal life has included relationships with Johnny Depp, Pete Doherty, and Count Nikolai von Bismarck, a photographer. She married musician Jamie Hince of The Kills in 2011, in a lavish English countryside wedding, though the couple later separated. Despite her fame, Moss has always maintained an air of mystery, rarely granting interviews and shying away from social media. This restraint has only deepened her allure. Legacy. Kate Moss's career, spanning over 3 decades, continues to redefine what it means to be a supermodel. She broke barriers by proving that beauty could be unconventional, subtle, and imperfect, yet magnetic. Her influence can be seen in generations of models who followed, from Cara Delevingne to Kaia Gerber. Beyond fashion, Moss represents an era, the 1990s, that changed the way style and culture intertwined. Her image remains timeless, equal parts rebel and muse, vulnerable yet untouchable. Even today, Moss continues to appear in campaigns, attend major fashion events, and collaborate with leading brands. Her ability to evolve while staying authentic cements her place not just as a model, but as a cultural icon whose impact on fashion, beauty, and art will endure for decades. Impact on the modeling industry. Kate Moss's arrival in the early 1990s revolutionized modeling. At a time when the fashion world was dominated by the supermodel era of tall, glamorous figures like Cindy Crawford, Linda Evangelista, and Naomi Campbell, Moss represented something entirely new: fragile, real, and relatable beauty. Her presence marked the beginning of a cultural shift toward a more natural, intimate aesthetic. Her look, pale skin, sharp cheekbones, and a slender, boyish figure, inspired the rise of heroin chic, a controversial yet influential style characterized by minimalist fashion, smudged makeup, and raw emotion. Though criticized by some for glamorizing unhealthy thinness, the trend underscored a major turning point. Beauty was no longer just about perfection, but about attitude and authenticity. Moss's ability to connect emotionally with the camera made her stand out. She didn't just pose, she told stories through her expressions and presence. Designers and photographers often described her as having an intuitive understanding of mood, making every shoot feel cinematic. This emotional intelligence helped redefine what it meant to be a model, transforming the role from silent mannequin to creative collaborator. Influence on new generations. Kate Moss remains a guiding influence for countless models and creatives. Figures like Cara Delevingne, Georgia May Jagger, Lila Moss, and Kaya Gerber all cite her as an inspiration. Her career proved that models didn't have to fit a single mold, paving the way for greater diversity in body types, personalities, and backgrounds within the industry. Her work ethic also became legendary. Despite her rebellious public image, Moss was known for her professionalism on set, always punctual, respectful, and ready to deliver. Photographers from Mario Testino to Nick Knight have praised her ability to adapt to any mood or concept. That duality, unpredictability balanced by discipline, became part of what made her irreplaceable. In 2016, with the creation of the Kate Moss Agency, she transitioned from muse to mentor. Her agency promotes individuality and creative control, helping artists and models shape their own careers in a media landscape dominated by social media and branding. This move solidified her evolution from model to industry leader, cultural icon, and enduring mystique. Few models have achieved the level of cultural resonance Moss has. Her name evokes an entire aesthetic: effortless, rebellious, and timeless. She's been immortalized in countless forms, from Andy Warhol-inspired art to music lyrics, including references in songs by artists like The Libertines, Oasis, and Baby Shambles. Her mystique is central to her enduring appeal. Unlike many celebrities, Moss avoids social media and keeps her private life largely out of public view. This rare combination of visibility and secrecy has kept her intriguing for over 30 years. She allows her image, not her voice, to tell the story. Her 2012 appearance at the London Olympics closing ceremony, draped in gold as one of Britain's fashion gods, symbolized her transformation from model to national icon. She wasn't just representing fashion, she represented an era of boldness, creativity, and reinvention. Later career and current work. Even into her late 40s and beyond, Moss continues to model for major brands and magazines. She remains an ambassador for Dior Beauty, collaborates with Charlotte Tilbury, and has appeared in campaigns for Saint Laurent, Balenciaga, and Skims. In recent years, she has embraced wellness and spirituality, launching Cosmos, her own lifestyle brand, in 2022. The brand offers skincare and wellness products inspired by her connection to nature and her desire for balance, showing yet another evolution. From fashion rebel to wellness entrepreneur. Legacy and enduring significance. Kate Moss's legacy is one of transformation and authenticity. She broke boundaries, reshaped standards of beauty, and inspired countless people to embrace imperfection. Her life and career embody the idea that style isn't about luxury or labels, It's about individuality, confidence, and presence. From a Croydon teenager to a global icon, Moss remains the embodiment of cool, not through effort, but through an innate sense of self. She is one of the few models whose influence extends beyond fashion into the wider fabric of art, music, and culture. Even decades into her career, Kate Moss continues to define, and redefine, what it means to be a modern icon. Moss and Kate Moss's lifestyle evolution.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.